Alright guys, we're watching Monday Night Raw, and Drew McIntyre actually has kicked off the show with a message, what seems like it's a message to the fans, it's a message to especially Jey Uso, explaining his actions from last week. Of course, it seems like he's turned heel now, but for some weird reason, I feel like much of the crowd sounds that we're hearing tonight, they're piped in. They just don't feel organic. I mean, the boos, they don't feel organic at all. But let's listen in and see what Drew has to say.
And people are probably telling him the same thing they tell me. Get over it. No. Why should we get over it? Huh? Why should I personally get over it? You and Jake cost me the biggest thing of all. Clash of the Castle, his bloodline, his family cost me the biggest moment of my life in front of my family.
Wow. We're still talking about Clash of the Castle 1 year later. Look, I'm not the only one that brings up that pay-per-view all the time, right? It was a good pay-per-view. It was great. Good to see you. Welcome. That's right. It is Raw time indeed. Welcome. Yeah, Drew McIntyre is definitely angry. Very angry. As you can see right now. Quite angry. Hey Andy, brother, how you doing? Welcome, great to see you. What glitch are you mentioning, Andy? Good to see you, Andy. Welcome. And it feels like the sounds that we're hearing from the crowd tonight, they really seem piped in a lot. They really do seem piped in. Welcome, good to see you. Hello. There we go. So Drew McIntyre stays a solo act. He says that I have not joined the Judgment Day, but I will join them. I will join forces with them at War Games. So that's what he says. Hey Andy. I mean, if there's like a loop happening or if there's a glitch like that happening, I would just suggest restarting your YouTube app or restarting your phone because the glitch is not happening for anybody else. So Andy, I would just say try to restart your phone or restart your YouTube app, and then it should be okay. Jake, welcome, great to see ya. Gary, welcome, great to see ya. Hope everybody had a fantastic weekend and also a fantastic start to the new week, to Monday. Great to see everybody. Now we've got Jey Uso actually coming out and confronting Drew McIntyre, who's so mad right now, right? I mean, talking about Clash of the Castle, talking about stuff that happened a year ago. This guy is holding grudges, right? Definitely, lots of grudges. Yep. And Jey Uso's not going to hold back. He comes out here to settle the score with Drew McIntyre. And out comes the Judgment Day. Of course, he's not joined the Judgment Day, but he has joined forces with them. He will be joining forces with them at War Games. So the Judgment Day are here protecting Drew McIntyre from Jey Uso, and most likely anybody else as well. Alright, Andy, that's great. I hope you had a great weekend, Andy. And coming out now is Jey Uso's own backup. We got Seth Rollins coming out, making his way out. Of course, recently, last week, Seth Rollins, Jon Moxley, Roman Reigns, they celebrated 11 years of their debut. 11 years ago, they made their debut together in the WWE main roster as The Shield. And yeah, last week they celebrated their 11 years. And here he is, Cody Rhodes, on his way out as well. And I mean, it would be crazy if, like, you're getting all these entrances and out of nowhere, Randy Orton appears and we know who the mystery final member of their team is, right? That'd be crazy. But doesn't look like we're getting that mystery opponent revealing tonight, or at least right now. It's the numbers game. Of course, Judgment Day still has more members.
We are not doing this tonight because last time I checked, War Games is on Saturday.
And Adam Pearce shows up in a pink-ass t-shirt. Okay, Adam Pearce. Bro, man, my brother, welcome. Hope you're doing well. He comes in. I mean, I'm talking about Adam Pearce. He comes in and he spoils the party. Are you kidding me? Good to see Mr. D saying welcome. I was glad that Julia Hart won as well as Tony's Raw. Me too. No, Tony's great. What she's doing is fantastic. And Julia Hart is Julia Hart. So I feel like her title reign will be a lot more memorable and exciting than Statlander. No offense to Statlander. No disrespect to Statlander. She's great. She's a great talent. She's fantastic in the ring. Very skilled. You know, she's strong. Amazing. But her title reign did not have a lot of fireworks, which I feel like Julia Hart's title reign will definitely have. Alright.
By 9 o'clock, I'll say it again. By 9 o'clock tonight, I need to know which member of each of these teams, and I'm talking one-on-one, is going to fight in this advantage match. I'll say it again. One-on-one. No outside interference, no shenanigans. Fair and square.
Alright. So we're going to get an advantage match tonight, and we're going to get to know what...
Or I'll pick for you.
There we go. So Adam Pearce says by 9 o'clock, which is 1 hour from now, he needs to know who's going to be fighting, representing which team in the advantage match. So let's see what that's going to be like. Seems like we already know what's going to be happening. It looks like we might actually get Drew McIntyre versus Jey Uso in the advantage match, which should be exciting, right? And we've got Tony, my brother. Good to see you. He says, I hear voices in my head. Sup, AJ? Well, Tony, you know, I hear some voices too. I hope that the guy behind those voices shows up tonight. Not certain. They might keep it a surprise until Survivor Series just to have people on the edge of her seat, but it would be great. You know, WWE has been playing with people a lot. Recently, they uploaded a video, and this was like quite funny because obviously they're playing with the dirt sheets and with the people, with their feelings, it seems. So they uploaded a video of a match, right, featuring Drew McIntyre, featuring Wade Barrett versus somebody, and on the commentary was CM Punk. So they uploaded this video of the full match, right? They uploaded it to YouTube, and they took it down 2 hours later. So obviously they're like putting out some Easter eggs, or they're putting out some, you know, some hype material for the people to get excited about. But CM Punk, we don't know if he's going to show up or not, but the WWE is definitely playing with people's feelings with these weird teases on social media. We've got Tony says it's 9 o'clock. At 9 o'clock, it's clobbering time. So Tony, is it hearing the voices time or clobbering time? You got to make up your mind now. ES guy want to be the only best in the world. That's true. That's true. You got Shane McMahon as well on that list, right? And tonight we're going to see the Ring General versus The Miz face-to-face. Guys, yesterday I realized that it's been 3 consecutive pay-per-views that Gunther has not been featured on. Finally, 4th one, he will be getting featured, so that's great. Wow, and I thought that tonight's Raw was going to be starting off on a high note, and here comes Nia Jax spoiling the party. Why the hell is she even here? Why? Why is Nia Jax here? It's ridiculous. I'd rather watch Braun Strowman than Nia Jax any time of the day. And she's going to be taking on Raquel Rodriguez. That's right, Tony. Raquel versus Nia is taking place up next. I can't get behind Nia Jax. I'm not a fan of hers at all, of her personality. Yeah, I don't like her. So let's see. Nia versus Raquel is up next after this commercial break, guys. Let's see how it goes down. But once again, I hope everybody's doing well. Everybody had a great Monday so far. And yeah, we are now on the first commercial break of the night. No surprises here. But the first commercial break of the night is indeed upon us. Let's see, what else do we have going on here? Let's see. What is a preview like for the night, for the entire night? Let's try to see and find out. Alright, so we are here at WWEshop.com. Let's go to Raw and let's go to preview. Andy says, boo Nia Jax. I would settle for watching Nyla Rose over now. I think I've got to agree with that, brother. You're right about that. You know, Nyla Rose, a lot better. I like her better than Nia Jax, that's for certain. Not Tick, my brother Andrew, welcome. I hope you're doing well. Great to see you. Hope you had a great Monday. Alright, so of course we've got this match coming up tonight. We're going to find out in an hour from now who the two people are going to be representing each of their teams who will be squaring off later tonight to get the advantage in the War Games match. So the match will be for the War Games advantage. Whichever member of whichever team wins, you know, they will get the advantage. So that's that. That is something we'll be seeing tonight. We already got this. Drew McIntyre kicked out the show, only for the Judgment Day to come on, only for Seth Rollins and the gang to come on. That's what happened. This is up next. Raquel versus Nia Jax. Becky versus Xia Li is also happening tonight for some reason. And we've got 𝗕𝗂𝗃𝗍𝗔 versus Shinsuke Nakamura. So, you know, from the looks of it, the preview is definitely not strong at all. It seems like a very weak show on paper to me. I mean, look, we already know this is happening. We're already done with this. And we're literally like 16 minutes into the show. And we have already done like 2 of those things, right? Almost. And then also this one right here. So what's left is Becky versus somebody who barely shows up. You've got a mid-carder versus a low-carder, and that's it. That's your preview for the go-home show for Survivor Series. Now, unless there are surprises, and unless people show up that we don't expect for them to show up, it would be cool. Otherwise, tonight's show, from the looks of it, could be a boring one. You never know. So, let's see. Let's see how it turns out to be. We got Broman here. He says, y'all pretending like y'all wouldn't let Nia carry y'all to the bedroom. I would. Wait, that's funny. Carry us to the bedroom. That's the other way around. I see what you did there, Broman. But no, I would not. Why would I? Who won the AEW Predictions Championship? So, the AEW Predictions Championship was actually won by James. And he did fantastic. You know, he was up there with Ricky. Very good scores. At last, we had almost a tiebreaker, and James was the one who was victorious. So now we've got True as the WWE Predictions Champion, and we've got James as the AEW Predictions Champion. So it's pretty fantastic. It's pretty cool. Yeah. And we've got Gary here says, I'll get behind Nia. I like that, Gary. Okay, that's sweet. Somebody here with some love for Nia Jax. True says, hey, True, welcome. Good to see you. I hope you had a great weekend. He says, it is weak. It seems weak. It really does, you know. I mean, unless there are some fireworks, some surprises that are hidden from us right now. It seems like a weak show on paper. I mean, it really does. So, let's see. I mean, half of the preview, half of the stuff that they've advertised for the show, literally they'll cover it in like 30 minutes. 30 minutes of the show. So, let's see. There's got to be some surprises, hopefully. It's a WWE week show after week show. Yeah, tonight's show, though, on paper, looks terribly weak, without a doubt. Yes, Andy, Ricky did not. It was James who, at the end, picked up the victory. Yeah.
All discuss it together, you know what I mean?
Look, Drew, he's unpredictable. I didn't even know what his decision was, but it all worked out at the end of the day.
Did it though?
I mean, I think it did, but
It's kind of funny because when these guys came over to India, right? Of course, the Judgment Day wasn't around except for Rhea Ripley. She was the only Judgment Day member who actually traveled to India for the show. And she was hanging out with Drew McIntyre a lot. Like, you know, at the hotel, I saw them hanging out. Outside of the hotel, I saw them hanging out, laughing. And look, now they have joined forces. So I guess they were kind of throwing out some hints even over here, which is interesting.
we're gonna wait for Drew, and then we'll decide.
Or maybe they're just real life good friends, who knows?
Sure, whatever.
Hey, Damien, like you always say, take it easy.
Again, Finn Balor tells Damian Priest, take it easy, mate. And with that being said, we've got somebody who definitely does not take it easy. As Broman, we've got Nia Jax right over here. Does not look happy. Anyways, it'll be a good match if Raquel Rodriguez ends up squashing Nia, which I don't know if that's going to be the case, but it should be a good match, you know. I still remember that performance that Raquel Rodriguez put up against Ronda Rousey on SmackDown. It was a great match, and it showed what Raquel Rodriguez really is capable of. She can hang out in the ring with the biggest of names and really, outshine them. She really did a good job on SmackDown that night. And I hope that she can pull a number on Nia Jax tonight, give us that same kind of vibe from SmackDown. And with that being said, it seems like Raquel Rodriguez was better off on SmackDown. If you think about it, if you put that into perspective, I think she enjoyed more TV time and she enjoyed more success on SmackDown than the Red Brand. At least so far. Tonight, hopefully, will be different though. And with that being said, a boot to the face and Nia Jax sent over to the corner. Raquel Rodriguez getting into it there. In that corner, taking out Nia Jax. Nia Jax has not been able to put on any defense or any offense yet. It has been Raquel Rodriguez all along. Nia Jax tried to Irish whip Raquel Rodriguez. She reverses it, sends her over to the corner, to the turnbuckle. Now running over to Nia. Nia grabs Raquel and smashes her down to the mat, head first into the mat. Down goes Raquel. Nia Jax with the advantage. She is the one standing. A kick to Raquel's chest. Yeah, Nia Jax, the only lady standing in the ring right now. Raquel Rodriguez down, and that's what you did not want for it to happen. But Raquel Rodriguez is down right now, and Nia Jax is squashing her like a bug. It's not what we wanted to see. It's not what I wanted to see. It doesn't feel good. Yeah. Anyways, this Saturday, guys, we've got Survivor Series that's going to be live. Exciting times are ahead. True right now, I believe, is the 17th day of True's... oh, I forgot. I'm still on this page with a picture-in-picture. We don't need that right now. But yes, what I was saying was that it is day 17th of True's title reign. Is True going to retain a Survivor Series? It's going to be a tough one. After all, it's a War Games match that's happening. And with War Games, it's very unpredictable. So, let's see. And with that being said, guys, we've got Raquel Rodriguez walking around. Wow. And Raquel grabs Nia Jax. Nia Jax sending her over to the barricade, the corner of it, the edge of it. And Raquel, definitely her back's got to be hurting now. Nia Jax carries her, lifts her up on her shoulder, and sends her back first into the turnbuckle. Wow. Into the LED ring post. Yes, baby Hugh Jax is beating a Raquel. She is. She definitely is. So Nia Jax told us how she came back to the WWE. She said that she was, I believe, working with a coach, somebody, she was in talks and communication with somebody backstage in the WWE who told her that, hey, you're made for this. You are made for this. You should try reaching out again, see what you can do. And that provoked Nia Jax to pick up her phone and text Triple H, who she says replied to her instantly. And he said, yeah, let's do it. So Nia Jax reached out to him, asked for a job, and he was more than happy to oblige. I don't know why, but yeah. That's the reason why we're watching this match right now. Anyways, guys, commercial break is upon us again. The second commercial of the night. Second commercial in the 23rd minute of the night. So that's that. Alright, so let's go, actually. Let's see. They're doing nothing with the women's tag team champions, and it's not even a surprise to anybody, right? They're doing nothing with them. No build up, no story, nothing with the women's tag team champions. It's the same mess that it was when Sasha Banks or Mercedes Moné left. It's the same mess, right? Same mess, but what can you do about it? Alright, so let's go to Raw. And let's see who's going to be featured on tonight's show or not. So, of course, we got Adam Pearce, who already has been featured. Akira Tozawa, I doubt about it. By the way, did you guys see a video that I posted on Instagram recently? It was a video of MVP. So MVP, it's really funny because they had a show, I believe, in Michigan. I can't recall the exact town's name, but it was somewhere in Michigan, right? and they had this live event where MVP and 𝗕𝗏𝗄 were present. So 𝗕𝗏𝗄 defeated 𝗕𝗂𝗃𝗃𝗃. He squashed 𝗕𝗂𝗃𝗃𝗃. Then MVP grabbed the microphone and he said, "I'm gonna give $100,000 of my own money, or $10,000 of my own money to anybody who can come out right now and who can take 𝗕𝗏𝗄 off his feet." Nobody could do it, but it's really funny. I'm gonna play the video right now so you guys can see it. It is hilarious. I posted about it as well on Instagram. Yeah, let's listen to it.
See, I know that this area for quite some time has been economically challenged.
He says this area has been economically challenged. That's hilarious. Most people are broke.
I'm giving you an opportunity to change your life. I have $10,000 right here.
He's holding up the stash as well. That is so funny.
And I am putting up $10,000 of my money to anyone that can knock the Nigerian giant off of his feet. $10,000 to knock the Nigerian giant off of his feet. Anybody?
And people are saying, yes, I'll do it, yes, I'll do it. And he picks nobody. That's like classic MVP.
Because none of his cowards stand a chance. So should we just leave? I said
That is really funny. Okay, we're back for the commercial, guys. And you know what? That was a lot better than the Raw that we've seen so far. That's for certain. Alright, so let's see. Back from the commercial break, and Nia Jax seems like she was still in control until now, as Raquel Rodriguez is trying to overpower her. She was on her back, and Raquel Rodriguez somehow lifting Nia Jax up as she tries to get back up her feet, but her knee actually gives out, and actually her back gives out, and she falls back down to the mat. Nia Jax is free. Let's see if she can take advantage of the situation. Wow. Her leggings already tearing apart. You see her fishnet, I think those are fishnets, right? Fishnet leggings, already they've got a big hole in them. Alright, so we've got 𝗕𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃, good to see ya. Andy says Michael Cole needs to hurry up and retire. I can't stand it for all the time he's been here, says Andy. I agree with that, bro. Wait a second, you said Michael Cole? I see. I would have agreed with that, you know, with Michael Cole. I would have agreed with that statement like a few years ago, but right now, you know, considering the people that we have on commentary, you've got, you know, Kevin Patrick, you got Corey Grace, who's not bad. Kevin Patrick is bad, but you've got a lot of fresh faces, and I feel that with those fresh faces, you need somebody who has experience, right? And who has wisdom, and I feel like Michael Cole over the years has gained that experience. He might not be good, but you know, you need somebody who's a vet, and Michael Cole right now is that vet. So for that reason, I think that he's a valued asset of the company, but I understand what you mean, Andy. I understand that. True says, hell, the War Games build-up has been... It's true. It's like, honestly, at times, feels like just randomly throwing out names out there for the War Games match. You just put the baby faces together, just put the heels together, it's all gonna work out, nobody's gonna notice. People do notice. Yeah, people do notice. Alright, with that being said, Raquel Rodriguez down hard. Not sure if, you know, Nia Jax is going to be able to successfully cover her for the pin, though. Mustafa, welcome. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well, brother. Great to see you. And Nia Jax could be in for a big mistake. She's climbing the second rope, and here she is. Raquel Rodriguez grabs Nia Jax. Is she going to be able to do the unbelievable, the unthinkable? Is she going to be able to carry her on her shoulders? It seems like it. She's struggling with it, and she does it. She does it momentarily for a split second before Nia Jax sends her back down hard. And with that being said, that's it. She jumps on her from the second rope, squashes her bad, covers her, and pins her successfully. 1, 2, and 3. Nia Jax is victorious. I will sell for any of them over Cole. His voice is so annoying. says Andy. Well, you know what I would say is that at least he's no longer calling Roman Reigns the big dog. Now that used to be annoying. Just hearing him say the big dog, gosh, that was bad. That was really bad. So you gotta be glad that he's not doing that anymore. That was terrible. Yeah. Anyways, guys, as you know, I announced it just while we were watching All In, that we are now going to be starting off with a whole new program, a very exciting program that we're calling the Wrestling News Cares or Wrestling Cares. Your voice, your impact, your rewards. And I also made the announcement of it on Instagram today. So if you had any confusion about that, this is what we're doing with the Wrestling Cares program. As you can see, since the inception, since the beginning of Wrestling News, I've always wanted to use this platform, as I said, to do something good. And I'm very, happy that we're now starting off with the Wrestling Cares or Wrestling News Cares program. Of course, with this program, we're going to be raising awareness on rare illnesses, less known illnesses, but also you guys can be a part of it by sharing videos, sharing posts related to those conditions, so there's more awareness created. But also you can earn with this program, and the way to earn is by filling surveys that will go on to help with some research. And for those surveys, you can get paid depending on which survey it is. You get paid up to $120 per survey. So it's a pretty sweet opportunity. It's a win-win, especially with the holiday season around. This is a year-long program. It has no limit, but with the holiday season around, this is definitely something that I'm sure that we can all benefit from. So yeah, Wrestling News Cares or Wrestling Cares, I feel it's very exciting, and we're going to be starting off with the service very soon. Let's see, now that's a squash. Yeah, definitely, literally a squash. She really did squash her like a bug. You're right about that, true. We've got, I'm still scratching my head over the Nigel I know, Gary, it was a bad one. And you know what they say, one man's trash, even though McGuinness is no trash, one man's trash is somebody else's treasure. And the WWE did not value him, but AEW certainly does, and they are benefiting from his genius and his talent right now, that's for certain. WWE says, I'm worried that Becky won't be in Team EST at War Games after a fatality kick from... Oh, yeah, you think so? Mortal Kombat fatality kick. That will be funny. Let's see if that's going to be the case, though. We're going to find out tonight as she takes on Lee. Should be good. Hopefully will be good. With that being said, commercial once again. Third commercial of the night, by the way. Number 3. And we're looking at... Yeah, we're getting a commercial every 10 minutes tonight. That's the rate of the commercials. One commercial every 10 minutes. So let's see what's going to be happening next. So far, again, just like I said, hasn't been a very exciting night. Let's see. Raw. So apparently we've got a 𝗕𝗂𝗋𝗄 solo match happening tonight. He's gonna take on Johnny Gargano, is what is being reported. So Johnny Gargano versus 𝗕𝗂𝗋𝗄 will be one of these unannounced matches that's gonna take place tonight. Then we're gonna be seeing Zoe Stark confronting Rhea Ripley, which is gonna be interesting. And we also have Maxine Dupree wrestling tonight, so you know how the show is gonna go. But we've got Maxine and we've got Ivy, who are gonna be taking on Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell, and they're gonna take on Tegan Knox and Natalya, and they're gonna take on Katana Chance and Kaden Carter in a fatal 4-way tag team top contenders match. That is also going to take place tonight. Man, tonight's show just seems terrible. It seems like a terrible show. Also, I guess just what I predicted earlier, I think that's what's going to be happening later on. It seems like the guys who are going to be handpicked from each team, it's going to be Drew and Jay, who are going to be fighting each other in the main event tonight. over the, the advantage at War Games. But it seems like it's gonna be a very weak Raw. Yeah, it seems like it. Let's see. We've got, they better not have Becky squash Xia. Well, hopefully not. Hopefully not. Let's see. Chris, good to see you. Welcome. He says Damage Control is on Monday Night Raw tonight. Yes, they are. Yes, it seems like they are. So we're going to be, just like I said, we're going to be seeing a lot of SmackDown stars on Raw, it seems. Let's see. But are they booked for the show? Well, from the looks of it, I can see that we're gonna get like a women's War Games match video package tonight. We're gonna be seeing Zoe Starks and Rhea Ripley, Ivy, Maxine, Candice, Indy, Tegan, Natalia, Katana, Kaden are also here. I don't see the Damage Control being booked, to appear tonight live on the show. So that's that. We'll see. We'll find out. Valkyria versus Xia Li tomorrow should be good. Yes, she is. Valkyria is definitely making some noise in NXT without a doubt. Women's tag belts should be online instead of a weak fatal 4-way #1 contender. Exactly. You're right about that, Andy.
We have Drew McIntyre. And I want to be perfectly clear. I don't like any of you guys. But I despise Jews.
I'm gonna say, I hate it when you treat a title like trash, right? You treat it like trash, you ignore its existence. But then you try to give it some importance by having these very difficult #1 contender matches, like a fatal 4-way tag team #1 contenders match for that title. If you really treat it like trash, the #1 contenders match should not be there or should not be so hard. So it makes no sense to me. I understand what you mean as well, Andy. Priest has got to turn face, says Tony. Interesting. I wonder if he's going to break free from the Judgment Day, the first person to do so. Who is going to be the fifth person for to go to this team? I think Randy Orton is like one of the most likely scenarios. CM Punk will be a crazy one, but Randy Orton definitely seems a very likely scenario without a doubt, brother Chris. That's right. So you already know, guys, the Judgment Day has made their pick. It is Drew McIntyre who's going to be fighting on their behalf in the Advantage match tonight. We already know that from Cody Rhodes' side, it's going to be Jey Uso. So tonight in the main event, we are going to get Jey Uso versus Drew McIntyre in the Advantage match, which will take place later tonight. So that's that. It wouldn't be smart to have War Games as Orton's first match back. Yeah, that's what people are predicting, but I agree with that a lot, true. I am excited because, I would just be happy to have Orton back. But I've got two problems with that. #1 problem is what you just mentioned, True. I feel like when Orton comes back, he should not be a part of a team anymore. That's #1. He should not be playing nice anymore and helping out people. Now is the time to have the spotlight on him. Look, Randy Orton is growing old. He's over 40 years old, if I'm not wrong now, right? 44, if I'm not wrong. 43, there you go. So he's 43 years old. He's got limited numbers of years in his career now. He has always really been very good as a heel. I think now it's not time to play nice now. It is time to be what Randy Orton is the best at. It's time to become a heel again. It's time to demand the spotlight on yourself, to go after the world title, to do all the crazy stuff, and be the attraction that Randy Orton has always been. Playing nice, being a part of a team, sharing your spotlight with everybody else, no. If Randy Orton ends up being in the War Games match, he's going to be living in the shadow of Cody Rhodes, let's face it. And after more than a year of waiting for Randy Orton to come back, of patience from the fans, it's got to be worth nothing when he comes back only to be in Cody's shadow. It's got to be nothing. It's got to be a very weak return, I feel. Not very impactful, at least. So I agree with True. He should not join War Games match. And he should stop playing nice. He should be a heel. That's what I say. And now we are here. Of course, we're taking a look at the progressive commercial, all the craziness from Friday Night SmackDown. Just like I said, we are getting a Women's War Games video package. Right after this package, I think we're going to go do a commercial break, but we're going to get Becky versus Xia Li. And Gary says, was Dirty Dominic there, or did I just miss him? He was probably there. Yeah, he was there. He was there. Yeah, I do remember seeing him already. He was there. Yep, Gary. And Tony says, who... Oh, that is funny. No one, Tony. Everyone's... you're right. Who made Bailey Chris Jericho? That's funny. That's funny. Alright, by the way, guys, lots of speculation about, this guy, Tony Khan, and what is he doing? Has he signed Ronda Rousey? Has he not? This is what he says. He says Ronda Rousey is not signed, but we had a great conversation. That's what Tony says. It came about because there was some unfinished business. So what he says that, we have not signed a contract with Ronda Rousey yet, but we had a great conversation. Who knows what the future will hold or can hold, but we had a great conversation. Let's see. That's what Tony has said. Another very fun post right here that I made earlier is about this, remember when Roderick defeated AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura at Survivor Series 2019? Because it's crazy. I mean, looking at it, I don't think that I remember this match at all, one of the greatest matches at Survivor Series. Even in the comments, you'll see a lot of people saying, best Survivor Series to date, that was a fantastic match, love this match. Roderick was strong as a North American champion, great match. Yeah, so everybody, I'm still a firm believer that they should have put Keith Lee over, 61 likes, look at that. So, yeah, people loved this pay-per-view, Survivor Series 2019, and they loved this match in particular. It's crazy. It's crazy. Alright. And just like that, just like we knew, coming up next is Becky Lynch versus Xia Li. This show is going to be a weak one, and that's because right after this match, we're going to get Johnny Gargano in action. And Johnny Gargano, how I feel about him. Johnny Gargano is going to take on Ludwig Kaiser, and I'm pretty certain that Ludwig Kaiser is going to defeat Johnny Gargano. He has to. He will. Becky Lynch making her way out. I think we're going to go to a commercial break once she's in the ring. I think so. By the way, did you guys also hear that Becky Lynch made history as being the first person ever to score the lowest on Celebrity Jeopardy? Nobody else has done what Becky Lynch did recently. She made history, television history. So that is hilarious. Becky Lynch making history wherever she goes. Yeah, she's the first ever Jeopardy player to really mess it all up, to really screw it all up, and that's the truth. You can see it here as well. You got CBS News talking about it. So mainstream news talking about it as well, which is hilarious. WWE star Becky Lynch becomes first Jeopardy player to give 0 correct answers through 60 clues, which is so funny. It is hilarious. Becky Lynch looking good though. We've got... This is so funny. Alright, so Jeopardy fan says, yes, this is believed to be the first instance of a player giving 0 correct responses through 60 clues. That is hilarious. Lynch did finish the episode with $1,000 after she got the final Jeopardy question correct. Good for her. Good for her. Hilarious. Alright, so True says, why is the women's match 4-on-4? Yeah, and we're going to be pretending like it's okay. It's how it's meant to be, 4 versus 4. Yeah, the women's match is 4 versus 4 because the roster is so thin. Or they don't even know what to do with the roster. They don't know how to use the roster. That's it. Pretty sure they could have given some opportunity to, a couple ladies on the roster. They could have, given them a shot. But they choose not to. And that's the WWE for you. Yeah, it's crazy. Let's so as we are right here. So this is what the ladies, the Women's Survivor Series match looks like. You got Shotzi, you got Becky, you got Charlotte, Bianca, well and fine. Now you've got Damage Control on the other side. I feel like they could have easily had a spot for somebody like Shayna Baszler, right? Who it's so hard to get behind her because, you know, once you start getting behind Shayna Baszler, and once you start believing in Shayna Baszler, she's off TV the next week. So how do you get behind somebody who sporadically appears? How do you invest in that person emotionally? How do you become a fan? How do you buy merchandise? How do you show up every single week? Or, you know, tune into the show every single week? How do you show up to the live events, to the tapings, hoping to see Shayna Baszler only for her to not be there? So Shayna shows up one week looking like an absolute badass, looking like the next Ronda Rousey, looking like a better version of Ronda Rousey, and then next 4 weeks, she's not on TV. So I'm not sure how do they do that. How do they mess up somebody like Shayna so badly? It's crazy. But they could have easily had room for Shayna, without a doubt. They could have easily done that. And they chose not to, I guess. But if you look at, let's say, 𝗕𝗃𝗆. Alright, let's see. I'm just looking at the Raw roster alone over here right now. Look, Indy Hartwell could have been there. Katana Chance, Kaden Carter. All of these women on the roster, but they're using none of them. Raquel Rodriguez, for God's sake, you know, could have been there in the Women's War Games match. So what can you say, you know? I mean, nothing surprises us anymore, that's for certain. Sonya Deville, or is she out with an injury? Not sure. But yeah, so much opportunity, but they choose not to. They choose to look the other way, basically. Alright, back from the commercial break. Number 4, the 4th commercial break of the night is over. Once again, we are running at a 1 commercial every 10 minutes run rate at the moment. So we're going to get the next commercial in about 10 minutes from now. But as we're back to the commercial, the WWE cannot stop talking about the Big 12 conference. Of course, very excited about that. It seems the WWE and TKO is so desperate, you know, to save money and to cut on the budget. That surprisingly, guys, from what is being heard, from what the news sources are reporting right now, it is being said that next year, for the first time ever in history, WrestleMania 40 week, which is supposed to be an extravagant week, which is supposed to be the week with the biggest matches, biggest shows, fancy stages, for the first time ever, WrestleMania 40 week, Raw and SmackDown will not have a stage. That is what is being reported, that Raw and SmackDown, which are going to be taking place WrestleMania 40 week, will not have a stage. It is being reported, and, you know, the reason behind it is that they want to do budget cuts. They want to save cost on production, and WrestleMania is an expensive week, and not having stages on the shows, it saves on the production cost, and that's what they wanted to do. It's crazy, it's beyond me, but for the first time ever, WrestleMania 40 week, Raw and SmackDown, they're not going to have stages on the show. It's going to be a stage-less show, which means no entrance, Tron and stuff. Very interesting, very interesting. It's going to be the first time ever. Desperate, looks a little bit desperate. So we already know what we already knew so far. I mean, Jey Uso is the guy that's been handpicked from Team Cody Rhodes, which means the main event tonight is going to be Jey versus Drew. In the main event for the advantage at RAW Games, Tony says Cody is opening the Forbidden Door tonight. Spoiler, it's not MJ. I wonder what do you mean about that? What Forbidden Door if it's not MJF? Tony. By the way, speaking of Forbidden Door, speaking of some excitement, we saw that Jade Cargill was training at the Nightmare Factory last week. I think it was Saturday or Friday. And with her was Ricky Starks, also training with Jade Cargill. So that could get people talking if they want to talk. That definitely will have people talking, 100%. Alright, so coming up next, Xia Li making her way out. That's what's happening. Yep. Man, look at these AR effects. Is she a Mortal Kombat character or what's happening? Will Sammy call Kevin Owens? That could be nice. That would be nice. That would be nice, only if the higher-ups allow for him to, you know, because it seemed like they really wanted them split. They really wanted them to go their own respective ways. So I don't know if the higher-ups would be okay with Sammy reuniting with Kevin Owens, but for a one-night-only affair, why not? And here we are, we've got Valkyria, Lara Valkyria here ringside, watching on the match very closely, and that's because tomorrow night she's going to be taking on Xia Li on NXT for that same championship. She has been making a lot of noise as the NXT champion, been represented very, very well across the board. Really is, you know, becoming a fan favorite very, very quickly as well. So let's see how that goes down. But right now we got Becky versus Xia. The match is about to begin. Tony says it's Mortal Kombat time with Xia Li. Yep, seems like it, brother. And here we are, Becky Lynch. You know, with all these AR effects and whatnot that they pull off these days for these stars, I'm really grateful and thankful that Undertaker existed before AR did. You know, because The Undertaker, without all these special effects and the graphics and with the floating image of Taker, I don't even know what the hell they would have done for Taker. But without all of that stuff, the way he came out, old school, organically, it made it feel authentic and not overproduced, right? Yeah, I mean, I'm glad that Taker was around when AR and all these weird-ass technologies were not. That's it, but True's got some big ol' eyes here for Xia Li. And Becky Lynch running over to Xia, Xia sending her over to the ropes, rebounds, and Xia hits her with a chop to the chest. Becky Lynch taking it back, Xia Li is gonna go for a kick. Becky with a dodge, and she gets Xia down. Goes for the roll-up, it's a kick out at a 1.1. Xia Li grabs Becky Lynch's leg, gets her down. Tonight we're gonna get to face-to-face between Gunther and Miz, which is gonna be good. Miz seems like he's finally a face. He seemed like he's met somebody who is way more evil than he is, and Miz versus Gunther is gonna be, I think it's gonna be a good match. I'm excited about it. I'm excited to see Gunther chopping it up with the Miz. And NXT was taped because of the Thanksgiving is on Thursday. That's awesome. I hope that you guys are making some big plans for Thanksgiving and Black Friday too. Anybody has any plans on buying stuff for Black Friday? Let me know. Let me know if you guys are making any big purchases Black Friday. And here we are. We've got Xia Li right behind Becky. Becky throwing Xia out, and there she goes straight out of the ring down to the floor. Becky Lynch, the only lady standing in the ring right now. Yeah. And she goes, oh dear. A kick to Xia, sending her even further down. That's right, further away from the ring here. Looks like Becky's got to go for a high-risk maneuver. Flying. Oh, sweet punch. Not that high risk. Well delivered. Xia Li in trouble. It's not been 10 minutes since the last commercial break, right? Almost. So we could be going to a commercial break anytime soon now. Yeah. I remember, I remember going to a Best Buy. I really used to have fun with Black Friday, but honestly, like, I went to Best Buy, right, once, and I realized that everything that they were selling on Black Friday night, I went to Best Buy at midnight too, so, you know, I really went there to have some fun. And to buy some stuff, right? I was like, okay, let's see what this Black Friday hype is all about. So I went there actually past midnight. I must have gone there like 1 o'clock or something. And I went to the store, and I was surprised because everything that they were selling, you know, it was written all over the place that there's like big discounts, big deals, 70% off. But everything that they were selling was literally at the regular price. Like they had a higher price marked, and they cut it off, they slash it off, and they had a discounted price written, which was actually the actual price or the regular price at which they sold the product at. So I was very surprised to see that. But I was in there to buy something, so I bought a television for myself that year. But wow, they were like selling it all at the same price, which is crazy. True says, nope, people act like morons on Black Friday besides Cyber Monday is better. I like that, True. Yeah, I used to, you know, like going out to like GameStop and stuff. Black Friday, those are some good sweet memories. The stuff is always on sale anyway. You're right about that. Yeah, you're right. You know, anytime somebody tells me, oh, I want to buy this from www.shop.com, I tell them, wait, because wait until the sale. The sale always happens here and there. So, you know, there's no point in it. I voted for Damage Control, says Chris. That's sweet, Chris. That is sweet. Again, the prediction championship not on the line tonight. You know, it is going to be on the line. Survivor Series this Saturday. So you got to hold off on the waiting until then. Andy, welcome. He says they sure do go crazy. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen video clips of people going crazy, like tearing each other apart making their way into the store like that. When I went to this store, Best Buy, it was all like almost empty. There was no rush. None of that stuff. It was like a regular day. Yeah, but it is crazy. Yeah, really is. One day, I remember, it was one of the years when I went to a Zara store in the morning, Black Friday morning, and man, that store was packed with women. And yeah, they were like lined up outside of the store. Like, what is this all about? Zara gets a lot of customers. And no wonder Zara's owner actually one of the richest men in the world. They make a lot of money, that brand, Zara. Wow. With that being said, commercials still going on. Just like I said, one commercial every 10 minutes is the rate tonight. And we have had about 5 or 6 commercials already. And it's only been 1 hour. So it makes sense. 6 commercials, 5 commercials, 1 hour. One commercial every 10 minutes. It makes perfect sense. All right. Riots just buy stuff. No, thank you. Yep, you're right. You're right. Absolutely true. So you're spending money, but you're not really getting any customer experience. Instead, you're just getting harassed. So you're right. It makes no sense. Welcome, Ricky. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. I was wondering, where's Ricky at tonight? Welcome, Ricky. Great to see you. Hello. Hope you're doing well, Ricky. All right. So let's see what else is going on. So after this match, we're going to get Johnny Gargano versus Ludwig Kaiser. After that match, we're going to get a segment between Zoe Starks and Rhea Ripley. Yeah. There really is not much planned for tonight. Very less material. Alright, so now we've got Becky Lynch getting Xia down to the mat. Xia seems a little dazed, gets right back up. Becky Lynch stuns her out. WWE should make a commercial title with all the commercials. Yes, they should. And Nick Khan should be the champion, the longest reigning forever champion of that commercial title. You're right about that, Andy. And here we are now, punches after punches to Xia Li, straight in the head. Xia Li taken aback, dizzy, dazed, spinning kick to the gut. Xia Li is down. Becky Lynch is feeling the effects. What happened to Becky Lynch's face? Is it a makeup or is it a bruise? I see half of a face. It seems like it's a pretty bad bruise. I'm not sure how or when she got it. But the left side of her face, the left cheek, it looks quite bruised. I hope she's okay because you can see the purple all over it. Maybe that's how... Oh, this must have been from Xia Li's fatality kick from last week. Yeah, maybe that's why she lost, the Jeopardy game as well. Maybe she was concussed after the fatality kick. Who knows? But you can see the bruise is there. It's quite visible. It's quite evident. And she's showing it off as a war scar. That's right. And here we are for the fans getting behind Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch getting Xia Li up. Looking to lock in the arm bar. Xia Li sends her over to the rope. And a kick to the back. Becky goes down. Andy, Ricky, great to see all of you. Everybody, it's great to see you. If you are new to the channel, have not hit the subscribe button, what are you waiting for? Make sure to do so. Join the conversation. Let's talk about Monday Night Raw, guys. And Xia Li goes to the cover on Becky. Becky kicks out. Li is in disbelief, as we can see right now. Xia Li needs to do something bigger, something better to get Becky Lynch down and out. And AEW Fight Forever, by the way, guys, is available at 30% off. So if you have not bought the game yet, this could be the time to do so. AEW Fight Forever, for the first time, if I'm not wrong, since its release, is available at a discounted rate. And coming back up to the show, we've got Becky Lynch sending Xia over to the rope. Xia doing the same to Becky. Becky sending Xia down, and now we've got an armbar locked in. Xia trying to break free. Yeah, but Becky Lynch has got her number. The armbar locked in tight. Is Xia Li got to kicked out? Is she going to tap out? She's struggling. She's fidgeting in the ring right now like a fish out of the water. Xia Li turning it around and Becky's shoulders are down. Becky Lynch has nowhere to go. Xia, wait a second. I thought that was a 3. Apparently Becky kicked out. I thought that was a 3 right there. But apparently she kicked out before the 3, which I did not see. Anyways, it was not a 3, but Xia still has Becky Lynch up on her shoulders. She's going 360 with that. I think Becky Lynch slipped off her hands before time. And she seemed like a little botch at the end, but that's okay. Nia goes for the cover on Becky again. Becky still kicks out, and Nia cannot believe it. Yeah, the ending of that move, right, when she was spinning around with Becky Lynch, I don't know, it seemed like, oh, maybe it was not botched. Maybe it was the way it was supposed to be. But it seemed a little bit abrupt, the way she just left Becky Lynch. It seemed a little abrupt. Anyways, fans getting behind Becky over here as she gets back to her feet and throws Xia Li over the rope over here to the apron. Xia Li sending Becky Lynch head first into the top turnbuckle. Now she's looking to choke her up. Wow. And before the 5 count, before that would have been a rope break, DQ, as Xia Li leaves Becky, but she's still choked her up pretty badly. This is a mistake. Xia Li climbing the top turnbuckle, Becky Lynch recouping very quickly, running over to Xia, sending her down. And now is looking for a superplex off the top rope. Is she going to be able to do it? Let's see. Yeah. Becky Lynch with a series of punches to the back of Xia Li. Li in trouble. Becky is now looking to deliver the superplex on Xia, and she does that beautifully. Xia is down and out. Oh, wow, still a kick out. Technically, Becky should not lose this match. After all, she has got to go to the War Games, right? So she needs that momentum moving forward to War Games. She needs the momentum, so she cannot lose this match. Even though I think that it's a mistake not having Xia Li in the War Games, because she would have been a great addition. But, what can you say? Victor, welcome. Great to see you. The great one is indeed here. Victor, hope you're doing well. Fantastic seeing you, brother. Hope you had a great weekend and a great Monday, too. Xia Li sends Becky Lynch out of the ring, and she wants the referees to start counting now. The referee, though, gets off the ring and goes on to check on Becky Lynch. What about the count-out, ref? What about the count-out? The referee is checking on Becky, making sure she's okay before he starts the count-out. He gets back to the ring over here. Xia Li realizing the referee is not gonna do his job, so she gets back to the ringside area, was about to go for a fatality kick to Becky. Becky dodges it and then pushes Xia Li over face first into the ring post. Xia Li's head colliding into the ring post, and she falls down hard to the mat. Now we've got both Xia and Becky down on the ringside area. Somebody has to get to the ring to break the count out, and both the ladies actually do. Both of them slide into the ring at the same damn time at the last minute, and the count out's been broken up. But nobody is victorious just yet. The match will continue. Brutal count, but yes, that's right. Brutal counter indeed. Sending Xia Li face first into the ring post. You could hear it as well. It's pretty loud. And now the two ladies exchanging blows, exchanging punches. Xia Li was going to go for a crazy kick to Becky. Becky counters. Rock bottom from Becky to Xia. Goes for the cover. And it does it. Rock bottom never disappoints. Becky Lynch able to cover and pin Xia Li. 1, 2, and 3. She gets the winner. She gets the win. What great Full Gear. Victor, Full Gear was fantastic. It was a great show. I thoroughly enjoyed it. The main event, to me, seemed a little bit unflattering for some reason. I'm not sure, because it followed such a crazy, co-main event. I guess that could be the reason why, but the main event and the match prior to it as well, actually, I guess I'll blame Swerve Strickland, for pulling off such a great performance, that everything after that just seemed dulled in comparison, right? But the Young Bucks match, I could not care less about it, so I was not into it. The main event was average to me. I'm gonna give Full Gear an 8.2 out of 10. It was a great show. It was a fantastic show. I'm just gonna take some points out for the Young Bucks, and also, for the main event a little bit. But it was a great show overall, and here we are now with, just like, who said this earlier? Was it Tony? Or was it Gary? Somebody mentioned this earlier, that Damage Control is here tonight, and here they are making their way out. They're all looking good as well, and they're dressed for war, it seems, as well. The man is our winner. You're right, Tony. Becky won. I give Full Gear an 8.5. Yeah, very close enough, right, Victor? Very sweet. And here we are now. We got, Charlotte Flair also over here, looking good. Look at her. We've got Charlotte sending Ask across the barricade. We've got all these crew coming out trying to separate the two teams. Of course, Becky Lynch going after Bayley. You got Shotzi Blackheart looking like a rock star. They should keep that outfit on, really. I mean, I know that they're pushing her right now because of War Games and the WWE being WWE. I wouldn't be surprised if they stop that push if Shotzi Blackheart disappears from television after War Games. But I'm hoping that they keep believing in her, they keep pushing her, because that hairstyle along with that outfit, I think they're onto something. I would say let her cook. Let her cook this whole gimmick up, because that could be a very unique act. That's like a 80s or 90s rock star kind of a gimmick. I get behind it. I think it's pretty damn sweet. Give her a freaking guitar. I think we've seen many male superstars with guitars. I could be wrong here. Let me know if I'm wrong, but I don't believe that we have seen a single female superstar with a guitar in the WWE. Let Shotzi be the first one. Give her a freaking electric guitar. Let her keep this outfit on. Let her keep this hairstyle on, and she would be a rock star. She has the looks. She's got the feel. She's got, of course, the craziness factor, too. Give her a freaking guitar. Yeah, I think so. And here we are now, 𝗕𝗄𝗆 making his way out. Of course, he's going to take on Johnny Gargano tonight.
You tried to get on the 𝗕𝗃𝗃's good side last week by interfering on that match against Ciampa, okay?
Listen, I'm going to do what's best for Imperium. But 𝗕𝗃𝗃 was very pleased with my performance last week.
There we go.
Whatever he says, that's best for Imperium. So that's what I'm going to do.
Pass mal auf, ich Trainer Schleimer. The 𝗕𝗃𝗃 made you my responsibility, and what I say tonight goes for you. And I say, stay right here and let me take care of Johnny Gargano, all right? Understood? Yes, yes.
Wow. Treating 𝗕𝗄𝗆 as the lapdog over here, is he not? It's crazy. Anyways, this reminds me that we could watch something right now. We could watch something fun right now. And that would be my interview with the Imperium. I had a great time interviewing them. Let's listen to that interview, because coming up next is Imperium's very own Ludwig Kaiser versus Johnny Gargano. Until we are back for the commercial break, let's listen to this very same interview in question.
Hello. Welcome, sir. Welcome to the Ring General, to the Imperium right here in India. How do you feel being here in this country?
So far so good. We arrived at 5 in the morning or something, so it's just been a few hours so far.
Perfect. And now you are also the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion of all time. How does that feel?
Yeah, great. It's a great accomplishment, and I think just getting started still, and gonna build on that going forward.
Absolutely. And are you guys surprised that he is the longest reigning champion, that he's made history in the company?
Well, I've known him for a very long time, and there's no surprises, definitely. A great future in front of him. I think so do we in general for Imperium, so everything is going in the right direction.
And tonight you guys are going to be taking on a very solid team of John Cena and, of course, Seth Rollins. How do you guys feel heading into this match, possibly one of the biggest matches of your career?
I want to say solid is probably an understatement, right? We have the World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins, and we have one of the absolute all-time greats, John Cena. So it's going to be a definite showing, especially for myself. I've been doing that for the last couple of weeks and months, and Ludwig Kaiser brought European elegance to India, so be excited.
Absolutely. And how do you feel, sir?
I mean, it's obviously a huge deal for us because, like you said, John Cena, one of the biggest names in the history. Seth Rollins, world champion, but I think the fans can expect what they can always expect from Imperium, which is the best performance of the night.
I love that. And how is your relationship with these two? Sometimes when they disappoint you, you chop them, and when they do a good job, you hug them out.
I took Gunther by surprise here. He was not expecting this question. He had a hard time answering it as well. Listen to it. This is the funniest part of the interview.
So how would you call the relationship? What name would you give it?
I'm not gonna give it a name. I think it's a very intrusive question anyway, right? So I think how we deal with each other, I think that's our thing. You see it on screen. I think the most important thing for our group is that we have a certain standard that we expect from ourselves, and if that doesn't get met, then there might be some issues about that.
Let's see. And do you plan on ever dropping that title, or are you going to be the Intercontinental Champion forever and a day?
Have you ever heard somebody planning on losing a championship? I don't think so. I don't do either. So we'll see what happens.
And what about the Tag Team Championship? Is that something that you guys are aiming for?
It is definitely nothing that I say no to. Obviously, you know, you gotta challenge every challenge that is for you the thing that you have right now. So we kind of go step by step with this. The last couple of weeks it's been more of a solo competition thing, but like I said, we're follow the Ring General. Wherever he leads us, we're gonna follow and do it in the best way possible.
Do you want to add more members to the Imperium? Maybe 𝗕𝗂𝗕𝗏? What's going on with that?
Well, you know, I said it before. You have to keep focus on that main thing, but it's okay to have a little look left and right. You know, that's what I've been doing in the United States of America, especially the WWE has its benefits when it comes to that. So you know, as long as you never lose focus, it is fine to have a little eye left and right.
I like that. 𝗕𝗏𝗕𝗏, you are a very stylish man. You know how to style to profile. You know, we've seen you in NXT. Would you like to bring that side of you to the main roster along with Imperium?
I mean, we're all standing here dressed very nicely, I would say. So I think we're all three looking pretty good, and it's all going the right way. So we're just taking it day by day and see what happens.
Now you've got this gold around your waist, but the Judgment Day has all the gold. Do you see them as a threat, maybe a better faction in the company or on the brand?
Well, it's good for them. No, I don't compare myself to anyone. I compete with myself, and Imperium as a group, we compete with our own standards, and that's what our focus is.
All right. And are you also focusing on the world title, chasing the world championship in the future?
Yeah, I mean, that's the natural progression from now on, I think, but we will see where that goes. Still the Intercontinental Champion.
So very cool stuff, very great time talking to the Imperium, great stuff. Anyways, just like I said, guys, just as has been planned, we're gonna get a Zoe Starks Rhea Ripley segment, what it seems. Yep. All right, we got Gary here says, if I'm not mistaken, Mickie James used her guitar. Yeah, the country girl gimmick, right? Hardcore country gimmick. Yeah, she is a guitar, but nothing like this lady right here, 𝗙𝗵𝗹𝗶𝗹 Blackheart. She could use an electric guitar. She could be an absolute rock star, and that'd be crazy, right? So I would like that a lot. I would like that a lot. Like, just thinking about it, she could create her own faction with rock stars. That would be great. You got Tony says, good there. Ludwig is so lucky that he's dating Tiffany. Without a doubt, brother. Without a doubt. Chris says, Thanksgiving is on Thursday. That's awesome, Chris. I hope that, you have a great dinner. You have a great time with your loved ones. Welcome back. Ricky has returned. Anthony, welcome. Hope you're doing well. And yet, at Survivor Series, we're going to get Rhea Ripley versus Zoe Starks for the Women's World Championship. Finally, the title is going to be on the line. And here we are now with DIY, Johnny Gargano, and Tommaso Ciampa. Let's see how this is going to be like. Well, at least it's good to see these two on TV, right? It would be nice if they actually have these two fighting for stuff that they should be fighting for, like the Tag Team Championships. But that's not going to happen. Of course, who cares about Tag Team Championships, right? Alright, here we are now with Ludwig. And Ludwig is so smart, he knows that the WWE does not care about tag teams. So when I brought up the idea of tag team titles, when I was interviewing him, he did not show any interest. He did not express any interest. He said, lately we're doing solo stuff. So he wants to stay solo. He doesn't want to form a tag team or enter the tag team title picture with Ludwig because he knows, with 𝗕𝗏𝗕𝗏, because he knows it's going to go nowhere. Tag teams go nowhere. Solo acts do. Tag team championships, they do nothing. So and Ludwig is smart enough to realize that, to know that. Yeah, but where does that leave 𝗕𝗏𝗕? Is 𝗕𝗏𝗕 like the lost case of the Imperium? Or is he gonna somehow recover and somehow make it back to TV and somehow get importance again? We shall see. But right here we've got Ludwig, we've got Gargano. I hope that Ludwig finishes up this match quick. And let's see. Ludwig is here, smiling at Johnny Gargano. Johnny Gargano, the little guy in this match, running around. Look, Johnny Gargano is so short, he's even shorter than Ludwig Kaiser. That tells you a lot. Alright, here we are now. Sorry. Ludwig Kaiser pushing Gargano to the corner. And now we've got an elbow strike here to Ludwig from Gargano. Gargano once again twisting the arm of Ludwig Kaiser. Ludwig was going to go for the clothesline. Gargano with a nice reversal and a chop to Ludwig Kaiser. Ludwig Kaiser with the headlock on Gargano, being sent to the rope over here. Shoulder tackle. We've got Johnny Gargano down. Ludwig Kaiser brushing off his shoulder. There you are, Ludwig Kaiser over here, showing some European arrogance. Not elegance, but arrogance right now for a change. A chop to the chest of Gargano, giving him a taste of his own sweet cake. And now we've got Ludwig with a stomp to the chest of Gargano. Gargano in trouble. Ludwig Kaiser having some fun at his expense, as we see right now. Once again, circling around Gargano, standing in the ring, just daunting on him, and a shot to the back. One more time, a blow to the back of Gargano. Gargano taking it back, running over to the ropes, and a punch to the head of Gargano one more time. Ludwig Kaiser looking for an Irish whip, delivered. Gargano with a nice reversal. There you are. Spinning wheel, getting behind Ludwig Kaiser, running over to the ropes, a rebound, and a Hurricanrana to Ludwig Kaiser. One more time, a drop kick to Ludwig, and he's looking to twist up his arm again. Ludwig Kaiser in trouble. One more time, an arm twist. Gargano has got the match in control so far. You know, that's sweet. It's quite interesting because usually you'd see heels coming out with their friends standing in a ringside, not faces. But in this match, it's kind of the other way around. You got Ludwig over here, oozing confidence, coming out here by himself. But Gargano, the face in this match, comes out with his best friend ringside, which is an interesting, scenario. Not usually the case like that. And a boot to the face one more time of Ludwig. Ludwig grabs Gargano in the corner, gets him up on the top turnbuckle, followed by a nice kick to the head. He is dazed, dizzy, and in trouble, but Gargano somehow slaps Ludwig away from the second rope. Wow, nice dive, followed by a Hurricanrana right here to Ludwig Kaiser. Kaiser on the apron. Gargano running over to him, drop kick, sending Kaiser down. Gargano's feeling it. He will be going for a big mistake, I feel, over here. He's going for the dive. I think Ludwig Kaiser, just like I said, guys, it seemed like it was going to be a mistake. Ludwig Kaiser was not hurt enough to not counter that move, as Gargano was going to go for a very slow dive. Ludwig Kaiser actually slaps him in the face, giving him a taste one more time of his own sweet cake. And with that being said, I think we're going to go to commercial. Yes, we are. We are now on a commercial break here. It's ridiculous, guys. The amount of commercials that we're actually getting tonight, and the quality of the show overall, it's just, I can't with this right now. I cannot. Alright. So, let's see, what else do we have here? So it seems that, so again, this is coming from a source that is not very reliable. Sometimes it is, but most of the times it's not. So this source says that, it is House of Wrestling, by the way, House of Wrestling. This source says that there are numerous WWE sources who believe that MJF has quietly re-signed with AEW. It is being said that there have been zero talks between WWE and MJF, and Friedman, or MJF, will not be entering free agency status. He will not be a free agent in the future. It is a false narrative that is being played by AEW, Tony Khan, and MJF. MJF will not be a free agent, it is what being reported, and that he has re-signed very quietly with AEW. That is what is being said right now. So that's that. Also, speaking of MJF, Sean Ross recently confirmed that he actually hurt his hip at Full Gear, so we don't know what's next for MJF there. MJF re-signed quite a while ago. There you go. So the whole narrative that's being played on social media and, by these parties is that MJF is going to be free agent very soon, is that he's going to go to WWE or whatnot. It's a false narrative. It's not happening. That's what's being said. Alright. And I feel like I see I see MJF as a loyalist. I see him somebody who is going to stay loyal to the WWE for a long time. We've got a sweet video over here, actually. 1 second. We've got a video of the referee Aubrey warming up backstage. It's been shared by Nyla Rose on Twitter. Let's take a look at the video. There we go. That of first AEW referee Aubrey having some fun backstage. You know you're enjoying your job. You know you love your job when you do stuff like this backstage, right? Aubrey, you can tell by looking at her on TV, she really enjoys being there in AEW. She really enjoys being a referee and doing what she does. And you know, this video is a clear evidence of that. She enjoys doing what she does in the WWE. It's awesome. It's great. All right, let's see. We've got Tony says MJF is here to stay with AEW. I still want. I know it most likely will happen. She will most likely be in WWE. So there was a false news that was going around that she was at the Performance Center already, which was shut down by herself by various other sources very quickly. That no, she was not at the Performance Center. She was not even in Orlando, Florida that day. What was being reported was not true. She has not made it to the Performance Center. She was expected to be there, but she was not there at all. So it's expected that she will join the WWE soon, but you don't know. You don't know right now. Ludwig Kaiser, by the way, we're back from the commercial break finally. Ludwig Kaiser in control, and this is why tonight's Raw is a weak Raw. There's no doubt about it. The fact that it's a go-home show for Survivor Series, it's even worse, and. The fact that, we get like all these commercials, especially in the middle of matches, it's hard. So when you get me into a match, right, only for you to go on like a 5 minutes commercial mid-match, and then you come back from the commercial and you expect me to like stay on the edge of my seat and still get tuned into the match, it's hard for me to do because, you've already lost me during the commercial, and now that you come back from the commercial, I'm just waiting for the match to be over. I cannot get into it anymore, especially if Johnny Gargano is in the match. It's already hard to get into the match if Gargano is wrestling, and on top of it, if you go to a commercial, you lost me. I hate Gargano so much, dude. I'm like ruthless with Gargano. Anyways, let's see what else do we have here. Wow. We've got a Wendy's commercial featuring Becky Lynch, featuring Seth Rollins and Xavier Woods. Interesting. Alright, that's funny. Now, a kick out. The match still continues, guys. In a Full Gear, we watched Full Gear 5 hours. Did not need to check the time once. Tonight, 3-hour show. It's only been like 1 hour and 17 minutes. I had to check the time. It tells you about the quality of the show a lot. Alright. And now Gargano in the ring, trying to get back up to his feet over here. Ludwig Kaiser running over to Gargano. Gargano hits him with an elbow strike. And he rolls him up for the cover. It seems like no. Gargano. A kick to Gargano's face. Ludwig Kaiser taken aback, as we can see right now. It's a sweet match. That's the one thing about Kaiser, I have to say. He really carries his match with true elegance. He carries himself very well, stays true to his gimmick. There's a lot that I like about Kaiser. He is a true gentleman, a true athlete, puts on great matches, carries himself perfectly. Very fit for the gimmick. I don't think anybody else could have portrayed this gimmick as well as 𝗕𝗂𝗃 does. He's great. He's great. The gimmick is made for him. Gargano's feeling it, seems, right now. And 𝗕𝗂𝗃 gets him up on his shoulder, gets him down hard. Gargano in trouble. 𝗕𝗂𝗃 running up, kick to the head, and he goes down hard now. Sweet match. I'm pretty sure 𝗕𝗂𝗃... Wait a second. 𝗕𝗄𝗃 over here. Oh, are we going to see some cracks in the Imperium right now? Seems like 𝗕𝗄𝗃 is here causing distraction to Ludwig. Ludwig might lose this match thanks to 𝗕𝗄𝗃. Look at that. Looks like he will. He might. And a kick to the head of 𝗕𝗄𝗃. Gargano, a DDT to 𝗕𝗄𝗃, to Ludwig, I'm sorry. Going for the cover. And it's over. Thanks to 𝗕𝗄𝗃, Gargano wins the match. Thanks to 𝗕𝗄𝗃. Thanks to 𝗕𝗄𝗃 indeed. Crazy. Yeah, Ludwig 𝗕𝗂𝗃 is not going to be happy. I think we can see some cracks building up in the Judgment Day. It's quite obvious. And 𝗕𝗄𝗃 probably will pay for it. I'm not sure if Gunther is going to make him pay for it or it's going to be Ludwig, but we are seeing some cracks in the Imperium. That's for sure. 𝗕𝗄𝗃 might be smiling now. It won't be smiling next week, I guess. But, well, alright, we'll find out. I don't look happy at all. Right now we are here backstage with 𝗕𝗂𝗃 Green, Piper Niven, the tag team champions. Thanks for reminding me, WWE, that they are still the champions. But tonight we're going to get a fatal 4-way women's tag team match for the #1 contendership for that championship. Ivy and Maxine are going to be taking on Candice and Indy versus Tegan Knox and Natalya versus Katana and Kayden Carter. So fatal 4-way tag team match is going to take place most likely after a Zoe Starks and Rhea Ripley segment. So that's that. We still have to wait, guys. Rector says all 12 wrestlers for the Continental Classic will be announced Wednesday on Dynamite. The first match also takes place on Dynamite. I'm excited about that. And honestly, I would like... Honestly, Candice is a joke, right? So I'm not taking Candice or Indy seriously in this fatal 4-way. Tegan Knox and Natalya should not win either. I hope that Ivy and Maxine win, which I don't know if it's going to happen, because Ivy, does her own thing with her faction. Maxine's got her own faction. I don't know if the two ladies are going to be leaving their factions and joining forces for the tag team championships. I don't think that's going to happen, so I think maybe Katana Chance and Kayden Carter are going to win the match. I think so. James is here. James, good to see you. He says Brock Lesnar will be the 5th man. That'd be crazy. I would like that a lot better than Randy Orton, honestly. Juice Robinson has to undergo back surgery, says Victor. Really? I hope he gets better soon. I hope he recovers soon, and the surgery helps him. Thanks for that, Victor. Thanks for letting us know. Thanks for sharing that. And with that being said, we are once again on a freaking commercial break. Lots of commercials tonight, guys. Lots of them. All right. Once again, thanks for being here, everybody. Hope you all are doing well this week. Hope you had a great and sweet Monday, even though Monday night doesn't seem so good tonight, speaking of Raw. But I hope you had a great Monday. Better than Monday Night Raw. As much as I want Kayden and Katana to become the #1 contenders, I'm rooting for Natty and Tay. I see. That's sweet. Now, it would be nice, I guess. I think they'll represent the tag team championships very well. I'm talking about Natty and Tegan. But let's see. I agree with that they will represent the tag team titles better than Kayden and Katana because they'll get more TV time, obviously. So, let's see what happens, though. Alright, with that being said, commercial is on one more time. I'm not the only one who thinks Brock would be a better choice. Yeah, it would definitely be a better choice. Randy Orton, just like I said earlier, just like True said earlier too, should not be the 5th man. Even though it would be good to see Randy Orton back, we want to see Randy Orton back. He will most likely come back. But I've been saying this for years. Randy Orton needs to be a heel. And I'm glad that Matt Riddle is gone because now he doesn't have to ride on his scooter anymore. He can do his own Viper stuff. He was the apex predator and then he became a joke. Then he became an RK bro. So he needs to get off that high horse, or should I say that scooter, and he needs to be the apex predator once again, have a title freaking run, come back as a heel, take on Seth Rollins, become the champion. And you know what? At WrestleMania, don't give me Roman Reigns versus Cody again. Give me Randy Orton versus Cody. Make it about that. Make it personal. Randy Orton was the mentor that Cody Rhodes had when Cody Rhodes made his debut. Randy Orton showed him the path, showed him the way in the WWE, showed him the way around over here in the locker room. He was the leader of the legacy. Cody Rhodes is now the guy over here. Randy Orton is the veteran still. He is still his mentor in a way. He still should be having the upper hand. Make it personal. Really, there is so much story behind Randy and Cody. Both are generational talents. Both have crossed paths previously as friends and as foes. They have been around for so long in the industry. Really, there's so much that they can do with Randy and Cody. They should make it about Randy and Cody at WrestleMania. I cannot be the only one who's getting goosebumps thinking about it. Roman Reigns barely appears. We have not seen Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes doing anything story-wise except for that little face-off that we had, I believe, on SmackDown a while ago. We have not seen them doing anything else story-wise. They've just been kept apart. There's been no story. There's been nothing going on there. Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes, it's gotta be crazy. Wow, it not only gives Cody Rhodes a perfect opponent that he can actually beat, but it gives Randy Orton a main event at WrestleMania again, which he deserves, man. That will be amazing. Really, I don't know, I cannot say it enough, but Randy versus Cody is a better choice at WrestleMania than Cody versus Roman. I gotta say it. And thank you, Anil. Thank you. Great to see you. I hope you're doing well. How often do you grocery shop? James, interesting question. Well, why? Why would you ask me that question? Andy says, this run is boring for a go-home. It's a terrible run. You know, we saw it on paper as well. It seemed like a bad draw. Out of everything that they've advertised, literally everything's been done for already. It was a weak Raw from the beginning, and, you know, it is a weak Raw. So coming up next is got to be, I believe, a Zoe Starks versus Rhea Ripley segment. If that segment happens, after that segment, we're going to get the Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match for the Tag Team Championship's #1 contendership. Again, you treat the Tag Team Championship like dirt, but then you want to give us this extravagant Tag Team Championship #1 contenders Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match like it matters so much. Okay. Alright. And Andy, much love, or maybe Kevin Owens is the fifth man. Sure, but Brock Lesnar being the fifth man, you know, it's gonna be fireworks all over. So I would say Brock Lesnar. I would like Brock Lesnar a lot. By the way, Backlash is going to France. Has anybody over here been to France before? You know, I've got to say, the airport, the Paris airport that they have is one of the most beautiful airports that I've ever been to, ever. With some great food as well. It's right at the airport, you know, great bakeries and everything. Great macarons. They have PlayStations, by the way, all over Paris airport. So if you're waiting in the lounge and you want to like play games and you know, pass some time, you can do so. They've got PlayStations all over the airport terminal, and while you're waiting at your gate, just play some games, pass some time. It's incredible. Paris airport is fantastic. And Backlash going to France is a treat for the French people. Yeah, that's right, Tony. Would it not be nice? Wait a second, it gives me an idea. Would it not be nice if I were to travel to France, to Paris, and maybe cover the event? I think that'd be fantastic, right? It gives me a nice vacation and also gives us a good content. Let's look into it, shall we?
Survivor Series? Yes, we are. It's coming home to me. Most people wouldn't survive doing a stunt like you just did. But I kind of respect it. But you
There we go. That's the Rhea Ripley Zoe Starks segment that we were talking about a while back. We're getting it right now. Backstage.
just the way I like it.
Talk about a Survivor Series build-up for a World Championship match. It takes place in a backstage segment that lasted, you know, like 20 seconds. That's like a fraction of the amount of time that they've given to commercials tonight, guys. That's crazy. World Championship match, and the way they build it up is a backstage segment. It tells you a lot. about how excited are they about this match. Come on. And now we've got Piper Niven over here wearing the Miz's sunglasses. Alright, so here we are now. The match is underway. Look at Tegan Knox. What is she wearing? She's like so purple. She is purple. Wait a sec. Why is there so much purple in the ring tonight? Natalya is wearing purple. Tegan Knox is purple lady as well with purple hair too. And then you've got Candice LeRae with some purple as well. You know what I really want to see right now? I want to see all three purple heads in the ring at the same damn time. That would be like a purple mania. Oh, I would like that. Natalya, Tegan, and Candice sharing the spotlight is what I want to see. There's so much purple going on right now that I don't even know. It makes me happy, I guess. It's a happy color. What can I say? And Ricky, that's okay. I understand you're busy today. That's all right. But you know that I miss you. Yeah, that's right. Much love to you, Ricky. We've got Stark and that's right, Tony. Stark and Bess. And we've got, sorry, once again, Ricky, no problem. I think Brock or Taker. Taker's not going to be it, but Brock will be nice. This is my fantasy match, Natty versus Ivy. Oh, I would like that. I would love that. And here we are now, Maxine Dupree and Natalya in the ring. Of course, Natalya goes down. Maxine Dupree throwing out the thank you. She throws out the thank you. There you are. And now Natalya grabbing her from behind. Maxine Dupree, nice. Sent over to the corner. A tag being made. Ivy Nile tags herself in over here. And now a roll up on Natalya. Natalya kicks out at a one right there. Ivy was going to go for a clothesline. Natalya with a nice dodge. Grabs her from behind. Sends her back first into the mat. Ivy is down. Natalya now looking for the sharpshooter to be locked in. Of course, Ivy Nile is going to, send Natalya to the corner. We've got Indy Hartwell tagging herself in. Indy is so annoying, man. Like, whatever happened to Dexter now? The whole Dexter Indy stuff is so annoying, it gives me a headache. It's so weird. It's so on and off, so randomly they bring him to storyline, so randomly he just goes away. It's weird as hell. Mike Bennett and Maria Kanellis were a better couple than Indy and Dexter, I must just say that. David, welcome, good to see ya, great to see ya. And now we got a tag being made to Candice LeRae. Another couple over here, Candice and Johnny Gargano. Alright. You've got Candice thrown over to Ivy Nile. Ivy Nile in trouble. LeRae goes for the cover. Ivy Nile kicks out. LeRae has her in a headlock right now. And look at the purple three. The three purple heads. Natalya, Tegan Knox, Candice LeRae, all rocking the purple. It's great. Alright, so now we've got like a purple takeover of Monday Night Raw over here, the red brand. Now we got Candice LeRae versus Katana. Alright. Now we've got Tabby made between Kaden and Katana. There you go, going hard on Candice LeRae, going for the cover. And LeRae with a kick out. David, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're enjoying a very weak episode of Raw that we have here tonight. By the way, once we're done with this Tag Team Championship #1 Contenders Fatal 4-Way Women's match, a tag team match, that's a long name, we're going to be getting commercial breaks, of course, and then we're gonna get Miz versus Gunther face to face. Miz and Gunther face to face. Of course, this is gonna be, for the as a build up for the match that we're gonna see at Survivor Series, Miz versus Gunther for the IC title. But tonight they are gonna go face to face. After that little confrontation, we're gonna get Chad Gable, who's gonna be taking on Shinsuke Nakamura. Then we'll get a War Games video package. Then we're gonna get a Cody, Seth, Sammy, and Jey Uso segment. And at the end, it's going to be Jey Uso versus Drew McIntyre. I know. It's a long and a boring Raw. By the way, Maxine with a nice dive to the outside, taking out all women involved except for her partner. Yeah. AGRU having turkey for things. I'm a vegetarian, Ricky, my brother. I don't have turkey. But I hope that you guys have a good fat turkey and you have a good time. Thanksgiving, brother Ricky. Much love to you. And commercial upon us again. Commercial break going on. Again, it's been a very, very exhausting Raw, I've got to say. All right. Let's see, what else do we have here in our hands? Wow. Wow. Okay, so just taking a look at New York Post here. Inside 𝗕𝗂𝗃 Garcia and Artem's 1.5 million neutral Napa home. Look at that. I think we all know about this, right? We also reported about it on Instagram. Hulk Hogan's son Nick has been arrested for DUI in Florida 16 years after being involved in a horrific crash in the same city. So 16 years ago he was arrested also in Florida for a very bad crash, which actually left, I believe, his friend paralyzed. So he's done it again. Even prior to that accident 16 years ago, he was involved in multiple other charges, driving charges, over speeding and whatnot, got multiple tickets. You know, he met with an accident pretty badly 16 years ago, and 16 years later, once again, driving under influence, he's been arrested more times. So Nick Hogan needs help for sure. Alright, so we've got, let's see. Alright. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we have all seen this, right? Logan Paul, he brings a WWE title belt to bed with supermodel fiance. The only thing that I want to say about this one is that, isn't that weird that the cameraman follows Logan Paul everywhere, including his own bathroom? That's super weird. Anyways, why is my commercials getting interrupted by... I know, right, Gary? I'm just here trying to enjoy some good-ass commercial breaks, and freaking wrestling keeps... interrupting my commercials of Pizza Hut, of Domino's, of Geico Insurance. 50 minutes can save 50% or more, or car insurance. I should not be knowing that. I should not be learning that line by heart, but I do because of the wrestling. Because wrestling has so many freaking commercials. I have turkey and ribs for Thanksgiving over my... that's great. That's great. So Ricky says he's going to have turkey and ribs Thanksgiving night with his parents. That's great, Ricky, my brother. Have a good time. We got Andy says, I'm not surprised he's in trouble again. He's always been needing help. Yeah, and Hulk should definitely help him out if he can, right? Because obviously he has issues. His son Nick Hogan has issues. Alright, so what else do we have here? Nothing else. Alright, with that being said, guys, we are back for the commercial break. Let's see if this is going to be any better. If the show is going to get any better after the commercial break, that is. It's so weird, man. The women's, I mean, the tag team titles, the whole division, men and female, on its own, it's like in a very bad state. But the women's tag team titles are in really bad hands. Very annoying tag team over there that barely defends. And then you've got this very... exhausting fatal four-way women's tag team championship match for the #1 contenders for the tag team championships women's. So it's just, I don't know. These titles do not need a fatal four-way #1 contenders match. Let's just say that. We got, of course, again, so much purple in the ring that is driving me nuts. Now we've got Ivy Niles actually got to go for one of those moves that we see a lot these days. This move in this, in the corner over there is becoming so common. The triple power bomb or the double power bomb, it's becoming so common that it has become like a super kick. We see it every once in a while. It's hard to pop for something if you see it so often, right? But credit goes on to Ivy Niles. She's a super powerhouse. She's great. She's small, but she's fantastic. All right, now we've got Kayden and Katana in the corner looking good. Gotta love the hair, right, that she rocks, right? It's incredible. And now the American Ninja Warrior going down hard on Natalya and Tegan, going for the double cover. And in comes Ivy, Maxine, and Indy to break the cover up. There you are. I don't know if you guys know about her history, right? But 𝗕𝗄𝗃 Catanzaro, her real name, she was an American Ninja Warrior. She's a legend at that game and is a much celebrated, much celebrated participant even till now. If you have some free time, I would just definitely suggest you all to look up 𝗕𝗄𝗃 Catanzaro, an American Ninja Warrior. She is a legend at the game. Really, a high flyer. Super athletic, and I actually watched her for the first time in the American Ninja Warriors on the American Ninja Warriors TV show, and I was like, only if she would be the WWE, and years later she would end up joining the WWE, but she really hasn't done much, sadly. And alright, so Candice LeRae, thanks for coming. She goes down hard. Natalya now actually looking to lock in the sharpshooter on 𝗕𝗄𝗃 Catanzaro, the lady that I was talking about, right? And sharpshooter has been locked in. Is this gonna be it? Looks like Ivy Niles is over here. And she sends Natalya face first down into the mat. And what is happening here? She wants to. She has 𝗦cie Dupree tagging herself in first, and 𝗦cie now going after Tegan Knox, Super Purple. It would be crazy if 𝗦cie and Ivy actually win this match. It would be insane. I mean, not only would that, give 𝗦cie something to do with outside of the Alpha Academy, but it would allow even Ivy now to do something outside of the Diamond Mine, right? And both the ladies, while staying in their own respective fashion, will also have something to do with, something fun. It would be nice. Let's see. It might also bring the two groups together because, hey, if the two ladies belonging to the two factions come together as a team, it's automatically going to bring the men closer too. So we could be seeing the two teams, that's Alpha Academy and the Diamond Mine, or the Creed Brothers, we could be seeing these two factions kind of coming closer as friends before they turn into foes, which I'm sure they will one day. But here we are now, attack being made one more time from Ivy to 𝗦cie. They are taking on the very purple Tegan Knox. Together, double team move. Very sorry to hear about that, James. Very sorry to hear about. That's terrible. Tremendous loss. It's very heartbreaking. More power to you, and God bless. Yeah, Nati lost too much. Yeah, Natalya is like, when I interviewed her, I brought up the fact that she has wrestled for almost 2 decades, and she stood there like wide-eyed. She could not believe I said 2 decades, right? She's like, it's been 17 years. I said, yes, 17 years, almost 2 decades. I get it. So I was like, so what's next for you? By the way, Natalya won the match. So Super Purple is going after the championship. And Tony was right. Tony said that they're going to win. And they won the match. Super Purple is going after Super Neon for the tag team championship. So Natalya asked her, what's next for you? What do you think? What do you want to do right now in your career? She says, I'm still at my very peak. I feel better than ever. I lost a lot of weight over the past year or so. And I'm in a great shape, greatest shape of my life. So Natalya is ready to go. She's ready to rock and roll. She's ready to do what she does best, and that is wrestle. So, and here we are now, a very stylish Gunther making his way out, the Intercontinental Champion. And of course, he comes across 𝗕cie and Ludwig.
Well, my responsibility over here was told to stay away.
Wow. The way Gunther treats these guys is so funny. Yep.
You disappointed me.
Yep. What is happening here with Gunther? Oh my goodness.
Watch me handling the miss and learn a thing or two. In the meantime, you sort this out.
Wow. Wow. Of course, Gunther's a busy guy. He's got big things to do. He's not gonna be sitting running around, running a kindergarten to these two, right? He's gonna go on and do bigger things. So let's see. Coming up next is gonna be a face-off between The Miz and Gunther. Fine. Ricky has got some big ol' eyes here for Gunther, I guess, or for The Miz. Ricky, welcome back. So it seems like we're going to be getting a commercial break again. Yeah, why do we even get wrestling between all these commercials? Very well said, brother. Very, very well said, Gary. And yeah, commercial break coming up next. We've got a face-off between Gunther and The Miz to come. And after that face-off, we're going to get 𝗕𝗂𝗋𝗆 versus Shinsuke Nakamura. So that's that. And after that match, we're going to get a War Games video package, Cody, Seth, Sammy, Jay segment, and Jay versus Drew McIntyre at the very end. That's what's up tonight. Alright, so... Commercial break is upon us once again, guys. Let's see. Yeah, it's a long commercial, as always. So, of course, this coming Saturday is Survivor Series. Looking forward to it, excited for it. You know, hopefully it's going to be a good show. Hopefully it's going to be better than the Go Home show. I've got to say, this show is in no way, shape, or form fit to be a Go Home show for Survivor Series. Such a big pay-per-view. Do they not treat Survivor Series like one of the big 4 pay-per-views of the year, and then have such a weak Go Home show for the pay-per-view? It's terrible. It's terrible. Yeah, that's right. I like that, Ricky. Babyface MJF, The Miz. That's right. He indeed is a babyface now. The Miz is a babyface. That's true. That's true. Alright. Also, guys, the Predictions Championship is going to be in the line very, very soon. This week, or this weekend, the Predictions Championship could be on the line, so stay on your heels, stay on your toes, get ready, because the Predictions Championship will be on the line. We already have 2 champions now. True and James are holding their respective promotions titles, but the Predictions Champion has not been crowned yet, and it will be crowned this weekend, so get ready. And thank you for... I know, Andy, you can go ahead and erase it already. It's just been a lame Raw. It's just been a lame one, so... Yeah, I would not have you, and you would not have any problems erasing it right away. It's just, it's a lame Raw. And you know what? We're not afraid of, like, saying if a show is good or bad, irrespective of the promotion. It doesn't matter if it's an AEW or a WWE show. If it's a bad show, we're gonna straight up call it a bad show, and this one is a bad show. That's for certain. Yeah. The commercial's still going on over here. Alright. With that being said, guys, as we already know, lots of chaos going on, of course, outside of the wrestling ring as well, with Nick Hogan and whatnot, all the stuff. And then you've got Sunny, right? The WWE Hall of Famer, Sunny 𝗕𝗵𝗄𝗃. She's got her own troubles outside of the wrestling ring too. You know, she could be sentenced. I think her hearing is coming up very soon, end of November, if I'm not wrong. November 27th is her hearing. And she's expected to appear. She is set to appear on November 27th at the Justice Center in Daytona Beach, Florida. So let's see what happens. She is facing some very crucial, very, very, very serious charges, and her attorney actually wants her sentence to be lowered, because her attorney argues that she requires specialized treatment for a mental disorder or a physical disability, is what her lawyer, her advocate, is now saying. So as we know, she was involved in a fatal car accident in March of 2022 that also led to an unfortunate loss of life of 75-year-old Julian LaFrancis. And, Sunny pleaded no contest for that in August with the charge of DUI manslaughter. She pleaded no contest. But she also pleaded not guilty earlier this year, so things changed. Of course, the prosecutor in the case has already asked that Sid should be given the maximum penalty of 26 years in prison. 26 years. That's a very, 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 very hard judgment. Of course, Sunny's not going to take it easily, and that's why she is fighting the case, and her lawyer is here, and he's saying that her sentence should be lowered because she is dealing with a physical or a mental disability. We'll just find out what happens, because 27th of November, this 50-year-old Sunny has got to be appearing in front of court, and let's see what the judge says then.
Next week, all of you compete in tag team turmoil. Whoever wins becomes the number 1 contender for the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championship.
Akira Tozawa being in the center of this group right here, it tells you what the future of tag team champions or tag team division is like in the WWE. You've got talent like, you know, in the share. You've got, of course, the Creed brothers. You've got the OC. But you want to put the spotlight on Akira Tozawa. It tells you they just don't take tag teams seriously. They just don't. Alright, anyways, we're back from the whole chaos, and we're back from these commercials, and now you're here in the ring with the Miz. Miz and Gunther's segment is coming up next.
Sucks the life out of the arena. I want to talk about one word that I feel embodies what this industry is all about. Something I strive for each and every time I come out here, and that is respect. Respect for the WWE superstars that step inside